My family and I went back up to Wellsboro and we went to the antique mall that we had seen in a previous video in Mansfield. And so I thought I'd take you along. They are closing, I believe November 21st is their last day. And so some of the booths were packed up, but some of the booths also had some items left. This booth was located in the very beginning when you would walk in, and it always had some nice vintage items. I thought this little Asian doll, to me it looks like a little Japanese doll under glass, was very cute. And the price was right. Here were some Wade Whimsies that were on sale, and then they had items on this table. They had a chalkware Jesus and Mary and these buildings, but these were not on sale. They were Jim Shore buildings, I believe, but the items there were not on sale. Some booths had sale on their linens. This blanket was not, I believe, was not on sale. But even though I do know how much time and effort goes into these blankets, I used to crochet and knit a ton. The coziness of the blanket was not there for me. And so I did leave that there. And then this chenille blanket was actually polyester, so it didn't have that cottony chenille great feel to it. So some of you might be hollering at me right now, but I did leave those 3 blankets there. I liked this planter. I hadn't seen this before, the little stork on the basket, and I'm showing the back. Here's the front, I believe, with the bow, and it had no chips or cracks, and I love planters, so I decided to get that. This is a brand called Grace's Teaware. I have sold this brand before. I've sold it in Easter style things. I think it was a little teapot. And then there was this really long clear glass bird. I was pretty impressed with that. I was trying to find some vintagey things. This, I think, it might be Beaumont Brothers pottery, but it only has the mark BP on the bottom. It doesn't have the BBP, but it looks like, to me, Beaumont Brothers pottery. I could be wrong. It could just be stoneware made by BP. Regardless, I liked that it had a patriotic theme to it. It could be a tumbler or it could be a vase. And then I'm also looking through this booth. They had quite a bit of things left in this booth. I like this trinket dish. It had a slight texture to it, and it has an Asian chop mark on the bottom, on the back of it, excuse me. And I thought it would make a nice little trinket dish. And then at another booth, there was this made in Japan vase. I liked that it had an orange bird on it, like a 3-dimensional bird, and it had no chips or cracks, and it was on sale, so I thought I would take that as well. And I also like to pick up swan planters, and this had a nice color to it, kind of a peachy yellow, and it had no chips or cracks, and it was a small size. So swans do sell for me. I even have a category of swans in my eBay store, but I do like them, so I picked them up, and I knew someone else would like it as well. Here were some other items that I was looking at. They were priced good for the person who just come in, but not for me as a reseller. So here I wanted you to look at the top shelves. That was a big, heavy plastic owl, and that vase or ewer was very neat looking. Creamers and sugars. I think it was just fine china, nothing too exciting. So I left that there. It's a cute little bunny stained glass figurine. This owl figurine kind of looked forlorn, a little sad, probably because the store is closing, but there were signs that, oh, look, I won. I won. Jenny was like, what? It was so small. It was kind of unfair. Some of the vendors are moving to another antique mall in another town. So it's not like there won't be any antiques in the area, but still it was nice to know that we could go to breakfast and then go to some antique stores. So, oh well. And this was a cute thing, this memo sign. Then next to this antique store was another antique store, so we decided to go visit that one after we were finished in this store. So this is at the other store, and the Hong Kong Fooey thermos caught both my husband's and my attention. We thought that was pretty funny. This is a made in Czechoslovakia vase. Thought it was very pretty. And it was $29.99. Now some of the booths were on sale and some of them weren't. And I would say the second store, they were more ready and packed up than the first store. So this was a cute little dish. Had some moriage detailing to the figurines and the lid. And then I found one of those plates that I was telling you about in a recent video. This is those Asian plates. This is what the back looks like. And this is the front. So I think they had that one was for sale for around $20. And then they had some vintage hand painted in Japan dishes. Then I found this. It was a hobbyist piece from 1955. It was a powder puff jar or a trinket dish if you don't want to put your powder puff in it. So very pretty. And what I really liked about it was that it was so old, that it had the date of 1955 on it, and there are no chips or cracks to that flower. And then there was a whole set of these ashtrays, and let's see, this booth had a little bit more stuff in it. So there were some things to look at. Refrigerator dishes, piano babies, but they had their fingers were kind of chipped. And let's see, oh, they had some blue glass, and they had some moon and star candlesticks. They were 15. And then they had this other pretty blue piece. And that dish was $20. And then there was a Bluebird of Happiness for $10. And now we're at the Goodwill that's located in Mansfield. There is a thrift store that is located across the street from this Goodwill that I don't film at, and I did pick up some items, so you'll have to see what those items are at the end of the video, as per usual. They had some cute figurines here, a little on the pricey side, I thought, but still fun to look through, see what they are. I thought this looked vintage. It could have been a hobbyist piece, a very well done hobbyist piece, or a mass-produced piece, but regardless, I thought it was cute. There were quite a few cats. That one was $4, and I think the average price of the figurines was $2.99 or $3.99. So I'm looking to see if there's anything that really grabs my attention. I thought this was neat, but there was a lot of water staining, and it would take some time to get that cleaned up. It was a wall pocket, and it looked like it was in fairly good shape except for the severe water damage, so I left that there. I found a quilted blue chicken figurine. It had a nice felt bottom, and I left that there. I admired it, but left it there. This cat I was going to get because it was a larger cat. It looked like it was in great shape. That color sticker was on sale. So I was like, hey, let's get this cat. But upon closer inspection, it had a crack, a chip and a crack on its back. It was hard to tell. So it was damaged, so I left that there. I thought this teapot was pretty, but I have some teapots in my store, so I left that as well. Thought that was a nice happy mug. An Avon mug. They've changed their mugs here. They have them flipped over, so it makes it a little bit easier to see brand names on mugs. Makes it easier to look through. This had a marked made in England, so I flipped it over, and it was a dad mug. And that is our trip to the Goodwill in Mansfield. Come on. And now we're at the Goodwill in Wellsboro. This I thought was so cool. I know it's a souvenir piece, but I like selling souvenir pieces. And it had all of the little coasters that fit inside that tray. I thought this mug was amazing, but then on the back, it was really personalized. So if it was not personalized, I thought I would have taken that because look, it's an owl face. And then I spotted them. I spotted these 2 little Scotty planters, and then I spotted 3 more. And so I needed a cart because I hadn't gotten a cart. So I had to balance 5 Scotties on that little tray I'd just gotten and went and got myself a cart. They're adorable. I don't know why there's 5 of them. Maybe someone really likes Scotty dogs. And then I realized 1, 2, and 3 times I won. But I was by myself. It didn't matter. I was still winning. This was a cute little planter, little stoneware, simple planter. I liked the style of it, so I decided to take that one. It kind of reminded me of the Beaumont Brother pottery, but it doesn't have a mark on it. And then this was magnificent. This was a hobbyist piece. And then this orange color, after I moved the cute little panda out of the way, this orange color bird caught my eye. It has kind of a weird mark on the one side, but I liked it. I hadn't seen this before. I like the style of it. You could flip it around to the other side, that side right there, and no one would ever see that kind of inconsistency in the paint. Here was a Hager planter. I thought this would be perfect for this time of year, being fall. You could put that on your Thanksgiving table. And then there was another matching piece that I don't think they went together. I think they were the same paint job. I don't feel that they went together, but it wasn't, I guess it was a candlestick holder, a candle holder, but that piece had more chips on it. There was that chip and there were other chips around the edge. So I did leave that piece there. Then I spied these candlesticks, and the graphics on the box made me think that it was vintage, and it could have been vintage. There was no barcode on it, but it said made in China. So that made me think that maybe they were a little bit more contemporary. Could be wrong. I'm not an expert on candles. Oh, look what followed me again, this piece. But the paint job was not as great as the other 2 pieces that I have picked up. And then this was an interesting piece. This was a cloisonne. It was $3.99. And then here is another piece that I had sold. I've sold this, but mine I thought was a better paint job. So I left that there as well. And now let's check out the haul. So if you look closely, especially at this first picture, you will see some things that you didn't see me film, and that means I picked it up at the thrift store I don't film at. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the little snippets of camping. We went for the weekend and it was fun to get away. We like camping when it's cold out because 1, it's not hot when you're sitting around the campfire, and 2, no one else is crazy enough to camp when it's 35 degrees out, and so we have the whole campground to ourselves. Do any of you like to camp when it's cold out, or to do something off season when no one else likes to do it? Let me know. I'd be interested to read the comments to find out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing and hitting that thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. And I'll see ya.